SMP. They dropped the early game to Jacksonville 6-2, and then North Alabama got here, falling 4-1. They could only get that one home run earlier.
Yeah, such great games so far today. It'll be interesting to see what we can see from the circle, if we see the bats alive. You know, we're definitely talking about who's tired, who has the stamina, how deep are the rosters, the pitching staffs. There's a lot of fun softball to watch. I can't wait to see it play out.
As you see for FGCU, we saw them lose earlier today, but this is a team that won yesterday, and you know, the challenges helped them out. And then the Lions, we talked about them earlier. This is a team with a lot of firepower.
Yeah, they're a really well-balanced team. Great pitching, great defense, good speed, good power. There's a lot to be said about that North Alabama team.
And our third member of our party, Cecily Webb, is with us. She'll have an opening hit, and she'll have coaches' interviews as well as we get all set. Number 3 seeded Lions, number 5 seeded Eagles. When we come back, it's ESPN Plus. As we are back to Jacksonville, and our sideline reporter, Cecily Webb, she's got more about the Eagles. Cecily.
I spoke with Coach Fisco just a couple minutes ago, and she told me she was really proud of the table setters in last games. They did a good job of getting things started for the team. They just want to see those runs get around. She told me in last night's game, the girls did a really good job with their backs against the wall. She said she wants to see them chase rather than being chased, and she's really going to rely on those veterans for that. Guys, back to you.
Great stuff. Thank you so much, Cecily. As we take you inside the circle here, we'll see Simon again, who pitched towards the end of that last game against the Ospreys, and we really liked what she was bringing to the table.
Katie Simon did a great job. She really, was able to get a lot of pitch to contact outs, and her defense behind her, they did the job and was able to keep UNF from scoring many more runs.
And you had mentioned it, but the Lions, they've got a number of arms that they can go to. It's not just Olivia that they can put in the circle. For the Eagles, they're going to keep 1 through 9 the same. So clearly, head coach Fico likes what she's seeing from FGCU. Williams, Wiggs, and Smith up at the top. And so we've seen almost every team just being incredibly aggressive. Lays down the bunt here right away, runs through the bag, but is thrown out.
Kamari Williams, I think, taking a page out of UNF's book, trying to get a bunt down here. First pitch of the game, but just gets too much of the ball on the barrel and pushes it a little bit too hard, and Merritt's able to get the out.
Well, she did have a bunt single in the 5th inning against JU. And here's Paris Wiggs. Wiggs, a dangerous bat as well. We saw him 1 through 3 combined for 6 of the 10 hits for the Eagles. Wiggs 2 for 4. Fouls this one off. So as a former player, what was it like? Did you ever play back-to-back games, like tournament format?
Yeah, so I'm going to show my age a little bit, but the SEC used to be 2 games on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. So we had a doubleheader a lot. Now the stakes that these players are facing right now, I can't recall a time besides being in the postseason in a regional, super regional World Series situation, the SEC tournament. But yeah, it's tough. It's hard to bounce back, right? Florida Gulf Coast, they got to rest a little bit, reflect, say, hey, the season's on the line. North Alabama, no time. Have a quick peanut butter and jelly and get back out there.
Yeah, really just change dugouts is the most you can do. There's Simon here, 1-2 pitch for Wiggs. Hard struck, but foul. And you mentioned time to reflect. Do you go back to the hotel? Do you watch film, or are you watching just something casual to keep your mind off the game?
I think you just relax. You know, at the end of the day, these are 2 very different games, right? Florida Gulf Coast having to face off Jacksonville. That was their 7th meeting. This is the first meeting between Florida Gulf Coast and North Alabama. So instead, a little self-reflection, remember who Florida Gulf Coast is, and be able to bring that team back out here.
As Simon with a good pitch hits that right spot, and she gets a strikeout.
Wiggs thinking that ball is off the plate here. That's in the river, and I think a lot of times that's going to be called a strike. With 2 strikes, you got to try to foul that off and stay alive.
Well, she had a similar strikeout in the first game against JU. Struck out looking. It was a 2-2 pitch that had the same reaction, same count, went down looking. Here's Presley Smith. Smith, the DP. Nothing changes for this Eagles team, 1 through 9. And we've seen for the Lions, they'll just switch out their left fielder. DP changes as well for them.
We talked about what Florida Gulf Coast did between games. You know, if you're North Alabama, you've got to be able to reset, right? That game is done. There's nothing you can do about it now. And part of this game, being able to adjust and reset, are 2 of the most important characteristics to be successful in this game.
It's a nice spot by Simon. I'm loving the hair.
It seems extra sparkly now that it's getting a little darker.
That's true. We noticed it earlier.
Yeah, I feel like maybe it spread a little bit. Maybe they added like a little touch-up, but maybe that's what they did between the games.
I think you're right. Just add a little more sparkle to her hair.
That's what was missing, not enough sparkle.
My daughter would agree with that completely.
Mine too.
She is a princess for sure. So Smith works herself a nice walk, gets over to first base. Here's Wiley. The shortstop, 30 hits this year with 12 walks and some nice purple hair as well too behind the netting. Wiley 0 for 4 in that game earlier today. Locking down shortstop for them. See Grace Taylor pitch for the Eagles here tonight. Simon low and inside. Oh, we get a little bit of a breeze too. It's kind of swirling. It looks like pushing maybe more out to center field. Wiley makes contact. Well, we've seen here early the Eagles really aggressive, and they made some good contact. Wiley. Last time we saw her, she was flying out. She got robbed of that home run by Jada Thomas.
What an unbelievable play. Crazy way. And you know, as we're talking about reflecting, you got to come down from that. It was adrenaline rush, too, to get to that spot and give yourself a chance to be within 2, and then that's just taken away from you. That's difficult, too.
Reaches for this, the 2-2, waits for it. Second baseman Dover, who had a great play earlier against the Ospreys. Routine for her. Smith gets a walk, but she gets stranded as we move along. Lions, when we come back, top of the order, Hammonds, Dover, and Wheeler for the bottom of the first.
Welcome to the Atlantic Sun, where heart-pounding moments are born and where champions rise above, where speed defies limits and precision finds its mark, where millions of fans nationwide cheer for excellence, determination, and fairness, where public, private, and faith-based schools compete side by side, fostering sportsmanship and unity. From the beaches to the mountains, the Atlantic Sun is the destination.
Discover the heart of Southwest Florida. At Florida Gulf Coast University, you can experience live performances and inspiring exhibitions. Support your 15 NCAA Division I sports teams. Connect with world-class faculty and engage in innovative research, making a difference in Southwest Florida and beyond. Only one place has it all. Discover your university.
The world is growing. How will you grow yours? At the University of North Alabama, we're dedicated to partnering with you in your journey to discover your passion and your potential and put it all into practice. Voted the best small college town in America by USA Today, downtown Florence is home to our beautiful campus, bursting with opportunities to help you find your purpose. Learn more about how we can help you achieve your goals on campus or online at una.edu.
As we return here, FGCU in North Alabama. And we'll see Grace Taylor here. The senior steps in, as we saw her earlier today, and she is a lot of fun to watch here. And, of course, followed her head coach from Mercer.
Coach Fico has so much confidence in Grace Taylor, and she talks about how GT, that's what they call her, wants the ball every game. And she does things the right way, loves the game, and so this is an opportunity for her to bounce back. She did a great job coming in game 1 for her earlier today. So let's see how she responds and what she's got left in the tank.
As we'll see a look at the Lions and their lineup, they change a few things as left field is going to be right. DP changes as Moreland gets dropped down some. And we'll get all set to go right here. Hammonds, Dover, and Wheeler. Powerful first 5-6 batters for North Alabama.
Coach Fico talked about when her team has an opportunity to keep themselves in ball games and to win ball games is when they limit those free passes, walks, hit by pitches. So Grace Taylor definitely need to tune up on that. She had 5 walks earlier today.
This is the tough bat we saw from the Lions. If you can try and get her out, it's huge. Hammond's an infield single and moved across on a wild pitch. Fielder's choice in the 3rd inning against North Florida. Taylor throwing drops and 3 straight balls to the leadoff batter.
Your leadoff batter just sets the tone for the whole game, your offense. So to have somebody as dynamic and successful as Gibbons, that's amazing.
As you'll toss a bat right there, so 4 pitches and a walk, and you've got her on. Well, we talked about it in that first game against North Florida, just how crazy good she is. She's been on base in 49 of her 51 games.
That's incredible. Little chat on the mound, making sure Grace Taylor get back on track and throw strikes. Don't want to get Hammonds on, but that's the reality right now. So relying on her defense to make sure that runner doesn't cross home plate.
What do you think for a head coach? Are you going to be quick on pulling a pitcher in this elimination game?
I think it depends on the staff. I think the amount of confidence that Coach Fico has in Grace Taylor, she's going to have a longer leash. I think with North Alabama, Coach Cozart talks about how she can rely on 4 arms. I think the leash might be a little shorter, having more options at this point.
Showing bunt there. And so really right now just trying to find the strike zone for Taylor. This top of the order, Hammonds with 19 stolen bases, Dover with 17. And Dover, too, entering this week, leading the A-Sun in runs scored. 53. Lions is a 3 seed. 3 versus 5. Blazes down foul. I feel like I've seen more bunting over these last couple of games than I have in a while.
Same here. Small ball. Lots of slappers, too. So between the bunts and the slaps, a lot of action. A lot of balls put in play, not as many strikeouts.
Here's 2-2. Dover makes good contact as this one's going to be back, and it's over the wall on a line drive home run. As she cranks her 12th of the year, goes yard right there, and that one had almost no arc to it.
Briley Dover with the absolute laser. Here we get another shot at it. Wow. I really thought that was just going to end up in the gap, but that ball carried and just high enough to clear that center field fence. North Alabama strike first, 2-0.
Impressive right there from Dover. Makes great contact, but you're right. I'm thinking, okay, double. You know, you put maybe second and third and go from there.
Well hit ball.
Felt a little bit like watching back in the day Mark McGuire when he broke the home run race. Sent it to left field. It was just a line drive. Here's Wheeler. And she takes the second pitch. This one over to short for Wiley, running through it, but a nice play by the shortstop.
Gibson doing a good job trying to show her range and go across, and then realizing, oh, that's a routine ground ball for Wiley. I'm going to let her take care of it instead of trying to go across and have to reset her feet to make that throw to first.
Here's Holly Merritt. All A-Sun's second team named yesterday. This top of the order is wild. I mean, Hammonds goes 340, 393 for Dover. You've got Wheeler hitting 362 and Merritt 369.
It's a good spot for Taylor, trying to get that outside corner to left-handed hitter. Zone's really a little bit tighter than it looked like it was going to be in that first inning.
There's Merritt, the lefty bat. We'll see a strike. 55 hits, 53 runs brought in. Anytime you can go 50-plus in each, that's a quality season. Reaches for this one. Over to Thompson for the Eagles. The throw on point for a ground ball.
And this is when GT is really her best. When she's pitching to contact, getting those ground balls. I bet she wants that pitch back from Briley Dover, just like Coach Fico talked about a first pitch in the inning home run she gave up in game 1 today. She's got to keep that ball lower in the zone, because that drop ball, if it hangs, as we've seen, it can be hit a very long way.
Now it's Rouse. She'll step up and see a first pitch ball. This year, the junior hitting 319, 44 hits, 40 runs brought in. Second most on the team with 21 walks. Taylor's pitch low. What was it like as a player? Did you prefer playing night games or middle of the day?
I liked it all for different reasons. Going to the University of Florida, it was very hot there, so the later games were nice for that reason.
And this is a nice play over at third. Gibson there with the great play, and they get 3 straight ground balls. But Hammonds, a leadoff walk, and then Dover crushes a line drive home run for a 2-run shot. And the Lions lead 2-0. We return for the second inning as we'll come on back and see Wiley, Drivers, and Gibson. Here at the UNF Softball Complex, let's start this second inning as the Lions strike first. 2-run home run. Here against the Eagles in this 3 versus 5 matchup. Here's the catcher, Drivers. So it'll go Drivers, Gibson, and then Thompson. So Wiley the ground out to end the first. I think you're right, though. I think she added more sparkle in between games.
Or maybe just the lights are on now, so they amplify them, maybe a little bit of both. And it's tricky, Richard, that pitch on both sides of the plate. Sometimes it's being called more in the river, and sometimes it's not. It's hard as a pitcher. It's hard as a hitter because you want that zone consistent. But with the ball moving and coming in fast, it's hard to track it sometimes.
As we saw earlier, Drivers had the leadoff single against Jacksonville. That was in the 4th inning. And then moving over due to an error. So it turned more into a double as she sends this one into left field, a hard hit single.
If I'm Florida Gulf Coast, I want Drivers up every time as a leadoff batter every time the other team scores. She responds so well. This ball's ripped through the 5-6 hole. No chance for Jenna Madison to get a glove on it. Great job by Drivers trying to get something going here to get them on the board.
Is that partially just a catcher's mindset?
I don't know if it's a catcher's mindset. It's just a competitor, right? Like, punch once, we're going to punch back.
So that leadoff single, then it's going to be Nikki Gibson. She had a home run earlier today. It led off the second inning. That was just her 2nd of the year, her 3rd of her career.
Now that we're in elimination play, these seniors have to think like, hey, I really got to make these at-bats count because if things don't go our way, this could be it.
This is there from Simon. What have you noticed from her? Is she kind of the same of what we saw in that earlier game against the Ospreys?
She seems pretty steady. I mean, so far she's doing a good job of locating her pitches. She had that strikeout looking to Wiggs, so I think both pitchers are trying to figure out how much they can get off the plate. But she's doing a good job throwing her screwball or curveball, keeping it low in the zone, off-speed pitch. She looks steady out there.
First time that we've had Destiny Robinson as a home plate umpire. She was part of the crew yesterday in a couple of games.
That's a great spot from Simon. Like I said, kind of testing the waters. How much will home plate umpire give me on those corners? And will drivers chase that? Gibson chase that?
And she'll earn herself a walk. So the Eagles doing a nice job. Full counts. We've seen walks now by Smith and here Gibson.
Gibson really being selective and patient at the plate. Senior back-to-back. Doing a good job trying to get something going for these Eagles. Bring a little life into that dugout. Give them a chance to get back in this game.
So here's Thompson. Second baseman has been fun to watch. And a ball there, trying to lay down a bunt, showing it. We've seen both teams with one hit each. Drivers with the hard hit single. As Lions fans traveling really well, but a lot of tension. Here's a strike, goes through it with the bunt. You know, these elimination games. Can't imagine. I mean, I'm a ball of stress watching my son play soccer, and he's only 8.
Good luck. If that's how you feel at 8. I know it's tricky. I feel a little bit anxious when I watch my son play baseball. I think it's harder to watch someone else do it than do it yourself. It's my experience as an athlete anyway. I mean, you get nervous, but you have your preparation and you're in control of a lot of things, not everything. So it's a little bit easier to handle because you've got the chance to make the play, make the adjustment.
Would your parents, were they a nervous wreck, or they were fine? Family members were like, okay.
Yeah. They were pretty nervous for me.
Yeah. Here's Thompson. Lays down this bunt. It's a good one. Sprinting towards first and thrown out. So the Lions close on that one. The bunt will move the Eagles over. Drivers and Gibson advancing.
Here's the bunt. Just standing in and getting that ball to get down. Sacrifice herself to move her teammates. Just a step away from being safe, too, while standing in for that sack bunt.
And so we'll see a change here. Usually you don't see this change made so early. This is going to be Leidy who comes in. Now we've seen her in every game. And so Meek was in as the starting first baseman, but we're going to see Leidy take this first at bat. Well, she's got some pop, so it definitely makes sense.
If you rewind to the first inning for Florida Gulf Coast today against Jacksonville, they had runners first and second in the first inning. No outs, no bunt. I know it's a different part of the order, but Coach Fico, I think, realizing how important it is to get those runners in scoring position.
As this one popped up over to Rouse at third base. So we saw Leidy just yesterday, RBI sac fly and a walk, and a tough one there.
Now batting number 2,
coming in that situation, especially early in the count, something you really want to avoid. You want to at least try to get that ball to the green, so maybe a sac fly, get it opposite field on the ground, give drivers a chance to maybe come home. But it'd be interesting to see how aggressive Florida Gulf Coast is on the bases with how steady North Alabama's defense is.
There's Oli Black. There's a ball there after the foul ball, 1-1.
Yesterday I felt like the Eagles were aggressive and there were some pretty close plays. I think that North Alabama's defense is a little sharper and is going to make more of those plays.
As this one's sent over in a left, it's going to be rolling to the wall, and it's going to be a 2-run base knock. She'll stretch it to a triple and gets pulled off the bag on the slide. So Fico closed right there as she talks to her player, but some great work as you think this gets challenged. I believe it will.
Yeah, you saw Fico trying to connect with Black, like, hey, what happened? Did you come off the bag? Because she couldn't really see. But regardless of this outcome, this at-bat by Black is so clutch, right? Runners at second and third, 2 outs, and you find the left center gap and are able to tie this ball game up. I mean, that's huge at this time of the season. I mean, your backs are against the wall, and you're giving yourself a chance to tie it up right after North Alabama scored.
And that's only her 7th extra base hit of the season. They'll take a look at this as a call is out at third base. I mean, that's a tough one. He's going to have a good look at that as the hand was kind of coming off. That's challenging, too, because you're sliding in. You want to make that cool play that Linkletter did at home earlier today for the Dolphins.
Well, and if you saw the positioning of Bailey Rouse, she's actually up the line a little bit, like a couple steps from the bag. So Ollie Black's trying to go around it a little bit. So to me, as the coach at third base, you probably have the best view. So I would want Fico to be able to see, like, did you keep your hand on the bag the whole time?
Yeah.
You know, the adrenaline's going for Ollie Black, and sometimes these athletes can recall it perfectly and say, no, my hand never left the bag. But sometimes it's a blur. There's so much going on. It looks like she's safe. Oh, so close. Where's the glove and where's the jersey?
I think she's maybe safe there, but then...
I don't know. It's so close.
Oh, wow.
Man, being an umpire is such a hard job. I think being in the replay booth has got to be up there, too.
Oh, I tell you what. But you're right. Coach Fico, she is right there to watch the hand.
I think right there. What a great shot. If her glove is still on the blue part, like of her sleeve, I think she's out there. But then there's no connection, it doesn't look like. Sometimes it depends on what the call on the field is, if there's not enough evidence to overturn it.
And this is going to be from center field.
So Ollie Black takes a great angle here with where Bailey Rouse is playing. She's a little bit up the line. Just like you said, her momentum. Oh, man. Her momentum just took her a little too aggressively.
I mean, my big thing right now is there going to be enough to overturn this.
It's tricky. I think it's probably going to stand because, I mean, you can't really see one way or the other. You're looking for a gap between the blue and the, like, tannish on her glove. But look at the effort by both of these athletes, right? Like, Ollie Black with her head-first dive, and then Bailey Rouse just laying out to put that tag down and try to keep it on her. I mean, what a textbook right there, putting a tag down and keeping it on her, not just swiping the tag and moving on.
Well, this is what you want, Christina. Both these players right here made the All-ASUN third team and giving it their all. You talked about it, this effort you want to give that, hey, your career could be coming to an end.
That's right. These seniors, and for the rest of them, the season comes to an end, which is, you know, it's hard to handle that as well.
Stands and out, but you know, for Coach Fico, you make that call. Challenges helped you yesterday get that win against Austin Peay. But the Eagles plate 2 will take a timeout and return after that extra base 2-run hit by Black. and you see some of the arms for FGCU taken in the action. It's turned into an absolutely perfect night here on the First Coast. Knotted up at 2-2 in this 3 versus 5 matchup elimination game. Lions and Eagles here in this bottom of the second. We saw Dover with the 2-run home run in the first. They took that quick lead. And here's Emma Kate Wright.
When you look at how that went down, Given Hammonds draws a walk pretty easily. And then Briley Dover hits a 2-run bomb. But then GT comes back and gets 3 ground ball outs. So she's got to stick to that plan of keeping the ball lower in the zone and get another ground ball out.
Beautiful leather work, flashing it there is Wiley. That is a tough ball. That's the second time today she's taken one of those short hops and made it look like it's nothing.
Yeah, the way she runs through that, and that's all you can do. If you wait back on that, then the ball is a lot of times going to play you, and you're hoping you have the perfect reaction. So a little clinic there at shortstop by Sophie Wiley.
So that's now 4 straight ground balls. You talked about it, but Taylor doing a good job keeping to that MO.
I think as a pitcher, and really you can apply it to a lot of aspects of softball, but understanding your skill set, understanding your role. Grace Taylor isn't a huge strikeout pitcher. She's going to pitch to contact, and she's going to get you to hit the ball into the ground, and she's got a great defense behind her. So making sure that she sticks to that plan and lets her team play defense behind her and get those outs instead of trying to do it by herself.
Jenna Madison here, the shortstop. Swing on this one, sends it over to right as Kamari Williams hardly has to move, and a fly out right there. It's the first one that we've seen Taylor get in this game.
Now batting number 13, Carly Moreland.
So we'll see Moreland, who gets the starting DP spot for this one. Our first time seeing her up at the plate. Batting 8th in this order. As Wright we saw as a DP, now she gets a start in this one as left fielder. Tie ball game. Just misses pretty close right there. It's 2-0.
GT wanted that one as a strike. You saw her kind of dip down like, oh, I thought I had that one. Painting the corner, but maybe a little bit off the plate.
Third pitch here. Foul ball.
It's a good hack by Moreland, 2-0. Ball's a little bit more over the plate. It's a hitter's count. It's what you want to see. It's a good hard swing, trying to barrel it up on a good pitch.
Moreland. And we'll swing again. And this one, an easy ball is Allie Thompson right there underneath it. And another strong inning ever since that Dover home run. 6 in a row retired for Taylor. She heads back to the dugout. And we'll return here very soon for the 3rd inning. Eagles 2 up in this 2-2 game. Third inning of this one, an elimination game. 3 versus 5. North Alabama and FGCU tied up at 2 apiece. We saw 2 runs in that second inning. It was Black who cleared those bases, brought in 2 runs after Drivers and Gibson worked a single and then a walk. Top of the order here for FGCU, it's Williams, the right fielder, to begin this one. Hitting .310 entering this year.
Kamari tried to lay down a bunt in the first inning on the first pitch, bunted it a little bit too hard and wasn't able to beat it out. It's like almost like her first at bat here, seeing these pitches.
Oh, she crushes another one. Foul. We've seen that from Wiggs. I think that's the 3rd one now from an Eagles batter that they've really gotten a hold of it. Now it's been out more towards the cages. Oh, 2.
Sometimes as a pitcher, when you've got a lot of pitches that work outside to a hitter, you throw a pitch so inside that it's hard to keep it fair. And so sometimes it's the strategy, instead of actually getting like a called strike, is to just get them to try to foul it off.
And what a pitch right there is Simon, looking so sharp, gets a clutch strikeout against Williams.
Yeah, that ball just dropped out of the zone. Here that pitch starts at the knees. Just gravity ball is starting to head down in the zone. Williams not able to get a piece of it.
Now here's Wiggs, a left fielder. We talked about it, more sparkle. I think it's helped some.
Simon has done a great job in the circle. Really, her first game 1, now this game 2 for her. She came in relief. I think she's going to have to limit those waste pitches right there, because now you're down 2-0. But overall, she's done a great job.
Wiggs, 2 hits earlier today, both singles, 1 a bunt single. 37-hit season. This entire Eagles lineup, everybody can get walks. All but one has 10 or more this year. As this one for Dover. Tough one. Wiggs trying to beat it out, but you've got the best defensive second baseman in the A-Sun.
Briley Dover taking that ball deep up the middle. It's an outstanding job. Here we get another look at it. Wiggs trying to beat it out a half a step.
Dover just so good. Here's Smith. Presley Smith, the walker, first time up. She was the Eagles' first base runner. What to like about her game. Saw a couple of hits from her earlier today against the Dolphins. See that one base knock that was scary. It dropped in front of Reese Wells, who kind of got bent up and at the end of the game had ice on her elbow. Now 1-2. Shaw wiping off a lot of perspiration. Simon's pitch goes chasing, strikes out Smith for bookend K's. And does a great job there. 2 strikeouts. She gets her second and third of the game, and a lot of movement there by Simon to strike out Smith.
From the bluegrass of Kentucky, the Arkansas River, to the beautiful beaches of Florida, from the bustling streets of Nashville to the soulful sounds of Muscle Shoals and its vibrant cities, fueled by growth, The Atlantic Sun operates in the fastest growing region in America and broadcasts in over 20 million homes. We're everywhere you want to be, with access to 9 of the nation's top 80 media markets, including an impressive 6 in the top 50. Our 12-member institutions provide every collegiate experience, from public to private to faith-based. All of our member institutions are located in the top 30 states with the most rapid growth, including 8 members located in the top 6. From the beaches to the mountains, the Atlantic Sun is the destination.
So both pitchers looking really good in this 2-2 ball game here. 3 versus 5. Lions and Eagles. Bottom of the 3rd inning, our final game of the day, as both pitchers have gone 1-2-3 in their last couple of frames. And we've seen Grace Taylor here for FGCU. She's retired 6 straight.
Yeah, settling in. Those first 2 hitters, a walk by 4 pitches, and then a home run by Dover. And Grace Taylor working on throwing the ball lower in the zone, letting her defense get the outs for her.
After that home run, you'd mentioned it, but 4 straight ground ball outs. Some really good work. It was either second, short, or third. There's Shaw, 1-1.
State champions here.
It starts to show her leadership and her experience in the circle, that just because I gave up that big hit doesn't mean I can't come back and have quality pitches and keep my team in this game. And her team responded, tied it up in the bottom half of that inning, or in the top of the next inning, and it's a fresh ball game, 2-2. And now it's starting to look like a pitcher's duel.
As 2-2, good job by Taylor there for Shaw. A really fantastic game. She went 2 for 2 in that game against North Florida, one of them being a double.
Well, you could have your 9-hole hitter produce like that.
As this one, that short hop, good coverage there over in the hot corner, and we see Gibson once again. So those ground balls keep on a-coming, and Taylor with that trust in her defense.
Like a bunch of vacuums attached to these gloves. Nikki Gibson coming across that 5-6 hole to cut the ball off, and then a nice slot for that sidearm throw to be quick and get Shaw out.
Now back to the top here for the Lions, given Hammonds. Only saw 4 pitches walked to begin her second game of the tournament. She'll swing on this one as it's out there to Black, and just 2 pitches and a fly out. Get the sense that she wants that AB back.
For sure, Hammond saw something more over the plate, but with what GT does is she's got downspin, so you got to be able to really stay through the ball in order to get that line drive backspin.
Here's Dover. Counts for their 2 runs today, a rematch here against Taylor. Her 12th home run of the year, 2-run shot in the first. Adds to that school record of runs scored. Is that a legal pitch?
That's what I hear. We didn't hear anything besides a legal pitch. Maybe both her foot was on the rubber.
Coach Fico's out there asking about it. She even placed her foot there on the rubber to show the motion.
I can't tell what Coach Fico is saying, but I think I have an idea.
Yeah,
I don't think she likes it.
no, I don't think so. I caught it enough to realize that she's unhappy.
Consensus.
So this one over to third, the backhand as Gibson, and the throw's going to be in time. So you mentioned vacuum cleaners, and another one as she got Shaw earlier. Another ground ball out, as that is 9 in a row retired.
Gibson with the backhand making an outstanding play for the third out of the inning.
Welcome back to the UNF Softball Complex. Cecily Lev joined with Coach. And Coach, that illegal pitch, what happened there?
Yeah, I mean, he said that she was not in contact with the rubber there. And I'm totally okay with it, but if she's not in contact with the rubber, she wasn't in contact with the rubber in the first inning. That's all I had to say.
And then obviously Grace just getting the job done following earlier's game, What have you liked from her?
And listen, she's a leader. She wants the ball. She wants the hard. That's all you can ask for in the circle, right? We know that we're going to play the best defense behind her. We know our bats are going to do what we need to do.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Awesome. Great stuff. Thank you so much, Cecily. Thank you, Coach Fico. She is locked in. And, I mean, she's exactly right. I mean, if you can have defense just like that, I mean, from Gibson, from Wiley, from Thompson, you can't ask for much more. Taylor's look great.
Yeah, and to me, the response from Grace Taylor to get the very next pitch, ground ball to Gibson, and Gibson scoops that ball with the backhand to end the inning, that's got to fire you up. And if I'm Wiley right now, I'm using that momentum in my at-bat right now.
No doubt. As we saw Wiley in that first inning, a ground ball out, and we'll see drivers, and then Gibson. Gosh, there's been some quality contact. We saw earlier there's a home run close to that line, so won't be surprised if we don't see one final one here today. Wiley, she'll take.
I really think that the sparkles on Simon are getting more intense as the game goes on. I don't know if they're like spreading. I like it, but every time I see her, I'm like, I might need my sunglasses.
I still have mine from earlier today, just right here, if you do need them.
Okay.
They're not super high UV protection.
That's perfect. I don't need UV. I need sparkle protection.
Sparkle protection. Okay.
Yeah.
It also could be, now, I might be a little older than you, but your eyes age a little bit, so like that brightness, especially when you're driving, it hits you more. That's what it's doing to me.
You know, when you asked me about day games and night games, the inning, ended, and I didn't get to tell you that I like day games better overall because I found out in college that I actually needed contacts. because I
Wow.
couldn't see as well in night games, and the ball kept like tipping off of my mitt in like fall practice. So I went to the eye doctor, and yep.
Interesting. Swings on this one, sends it into center, and Sophie Wiley feeding off that energy from that last inning, and Wiley gets on. She's now 1 for 2.
It's a solid at bat for Wiley.
Now batting number 28.
This
Dinka
peppers that ball
Driver.
right back to the middle, being a good lead off and setting the table for Drivers, who has looked solid at the plate today.
2 hits today, 1 in this game. The leadoff single in the second.
And you see Coach Fico changing her approach a little bit. Didn't see a lot of small ball early in the first game, and here we're seeing, as soon as there's a runner on, trying to sacrifice over.
And they do just that. They get that bunt, so Drivers does her job, moves Wiley over. Simon plays it nicely.
Now batting
But
number
it definitely has that
18,
feel. I mean,
Dinka.
this is going to be a game that's determined by 1 or 2 runs.
It feels like it. The way that these pitchers have locked in and really relied on their defense to support them, it's going to make it even harder to score any more runs.
Now we'll see Nikki Gibson. Had a payoff pitch. Paid off for her with a walk in the second. Katie Simon has not allowed a ton. Reminded me a lot of Taylor Cook after going back-to-back days pitching. And for Simon, it's back-to-back games.
As soon as she came in relief, she really did a good job. And we talked about it, that she came in and did a great job, but it's not like, can you remind me who started that game? Olivia.
Yeah, Olivia.
Sorry, Olivia.
Yeah,
you
no,
did a great job,
yeah,
too.
Wilkin.
We've seen a lot of pitchers today. Olivia Wilkin was doing a good job. They're just timely hits, perfect spots. And then Simon came in and really shut down the rest of the game.
So count 1 and 2. Simon. Here, Gibson makes contact. Looked like it went off her legs, sliding out. And the shortstop, Madison's going to keep it in the infield, but it looked like maybe just glancing a piece of the sock there.
Yeah, I definitely think that Simon got a piece of that. And you saw Madison diving to keep that ball in the infield to make sure that Wiley doesn't score. So by keeping that ball in the infield, she saves a run. Here's this ball again. Yeah, definitely deflected. Some great athletic moves by Jenna Madison to be able to continue to read the deflection and still be able to keep that ball in the infield.
Now it's Thompson. Second baseman takes the ball inside. Runners in the corners here as they'll take off and trying to get that motion there, but they won't be full. Dover the entire time watching Wiley. They saw enough of the North Florida game yesterday.
Yeah, and now Florida Gulf Coast has 2 runners in scoring position, and they take away the force out at second, which, you know, certain balls that are hit more towards the middle, that makes a big difference.
And so right here, home plate umpire, as she is talking to Shaw, the catcher.
Kind of look like trying to clarify if you need to call timeout. Let's do it the right way and not just put hands up. Ask for timeout, not tell.
Oh, okay.
Not tell the umpire timeout. It's not always granted.
Gosh, only if my kids could do that. Dad, orange juice. As this one over on the ground. Play it home and thrown out at home. And a good job by Shaw there, and we've seen it defensively. You've got 3 all ASUN players in the infield for the Lions.
And these were the plays I was specifically talking about to see if Florida Gulf Coast was going to be this aggressive. And I think Coach Fico is trying to see if there's obstruction. If we can have an angle from the other side, maybe we can see a little bit better. But, you know, the obstruction rule is tricky because at the end of the day, it's there to protect the players. Sometimes I feel like it is implemented or enforced in a way that kind of takes part of the catcher position away.
So this challenge here, well, we saw the challenge earlier. We saw it with Oli Black and that play over at third base. Her and Rouse at hustle play in the second. And it was confirmed. So we'll challenge this one here, but for Coach Fico, she was pretty successful in that other game to open it against Austin Peay.
I think that Shaw is giving the back half of the plate. She's set up before she receives the ball. She's not making the move after receiving it, so it's going to be a decision of whether the review crew think that she's blocking the plate in that position. Coach Fico definitely putting her reviews to use. I think in every game she's used several.
Yeah, that she has.
I just don't know that this is the right base running move here to go with the defense pulled in with how solid North Alabama has been.
And this one's a quick one, so they come back out. Paul stands there out at home as the call is upheld. So some nice work there, and Shaw gets that out. But the infield for this Lions team, they are really, really good. We'll see Mackenzie Lighty here up to bat. We saw her with the pop-up in the second. And she smacks this one. Watch out, ump.
Mackenzie Lighty in the second inning came up with 1 out, runners on second and third, and popped up to the third baseman. So, you know, she wants this situation again with a runner at third, a runner in scoring position to come through for her team and to have a more competitive at bat with a runner in scoring position.
As this one, a high fly ball. It's going to be foul just past the bullpen. Oh, she had that laser. Her first pinch hit today in the 4th inning. It was sent over into the corner. It was Chadwick who made a great play for the Dolphins. Lighty watching this runner now too.
Yeah, we'll see if North Alabama has a different approach here. Runners at first and third. If Allie Thompson tries to steal second, if they go for her or just do the cutoff with Dover to make sure the runner doesn't score.
And a swing and a miss in the movement from Simon. She strands a pair of Eagles in the corners. A strikeout to end it as she fans Lighty. It's still 2-2. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the UNF softball complex. Cecily Webb joined with Coach Cozart and Coach Katie Simmons just taking the mound following last game. What have you liked from her?
I love her confidence. They're waking the bats over there. I love her confidence, her composure, her fire right now, and our whole energy is so much better right now. So.
And then the defense just backing her up. Can you talk on them a little bit?
Yeah, our defense has been great all year long, and when we're making plays and we have that fire, that's when we're at our best.
Thank you, Coach, and good luck.
Thanks.
Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Cecily Webb over there, and thank you to head coach Ashley Cozart there. We'll see Wheeler start things off. As it was 1-2-3, a quick inning. Grace Taylor, as she has been very effective, retired 9 in a row since she gave up that 2-run homer.
GT has had some, 3 flyouts. Everything else, as far as outs go, have been ground balls. So if I'm North Alabama, I'm trying to find the bottom of the ball and make sure that I'm extending through and not letting my swing try to lift the ball too much.
Well, and Coach even said it. We like our energy. It's much better. You can sense that. It's definitely there, and I think it due in big part because of Simon.
Simon has kept this North Alabama in this game, and her defense has been amazing behind her.
And with that, Wheeler with the leadoff walk, 4 pitches, all balls, 17th walk of the season for the senior.
Last time that GT had a 4-pitch walk was against Given Hammonds in the first, and then the next batter hit a home run. So for GT, she's got to spot these pitches to keep the ball in the park.
Now here's Merritt. Ground ball first time up, 3-pitch at bat. Drivers keeping an eye on the runner. We talked about it in the early game for the Eagles. She's thrown out 17 base runners this year. It's not worth attempting.
Yeah, like we talked about it then, I'm surprised that runners continue to try to run on her. Maybe she makes it look like she's not paying attention. And then they're like, oh, she's sleeping. And then, wow, the cannon comes out. Got her.
Well, and two, it's worth pointing out, usually she wears 27. With pinstripes, she's 28. So maybe you see it and you go, that's not her, is it? That's got to be somebody else. Here's a 1-1 pitch from Taylor reaching for it. As this one out there to Black, who made all ace on third team.
It's a solid hit ball by Merritt. Holly Black just covers so much ground out there in center field. As a lefty, that's her glove side. That's relatively easy play for her.
Here comes Rouse. Haley Rouse, ground ball the first time up. This one a high fly ball. It's going to be back, and it is out of here for a home run. Close right there again. Black was close. Even the dugout had to wait as Rouse goes yard. A 2-run home run. Their second 2-run shot of the game.
Bailey Rouse taking this ball back to right center field. Oli Black kind of made it look like she was tracking it down. I wasn't convinced that was a home run until I saw her glove empty. But man, Bailey Rouse, another home run today, and what a clutch moment. North Alabama draw a walk with their leadoff hitter and then hit another home run.
Not too bad. Led off the 5th against North Florida. And a nice one there, a 2-run shot. But yeah, I think Jada Thomas has kind of ruined it. You know, those close plays, I'm going, Oli made it. And she got that grab. You know, you get spoiled sometimes.
I'm with you. I couldn't tell either. And Oli had such a good, read on it, and it looked like she was under it and then was able to kind of jump to go get it, but wasn't able to come up with it. Probably just a little bit out of reach.
As right here with a 2-0 count. Well, you kind of called it too. You said walk and then a home run. It took an extra batter though, Christina.
Yeah, Merritt didn't come through here for that repeat prediction, but Bailey Rouse right behind her, hitting the ball really well. squaring it up and, trying to give her team the edge to be on top here by 2.
How important is that, too? As a former hitter, you have somebody in front of you that maybe sees something, makes good contact. Does that help you out as a batter next up?
For sure, and I think, we're talking about now the second time through the lineup. So hitters are learning from their own experiences. They're learning from their teammates' experiences. And, hitting is contagious. So when you see your teammates squaring the ball up, you're like, oh, okay, maybe Grace Taylor's her spin's wearing off or her movement's wearing off. I can square it up, too.
As this one through the hole, and it is contagious. Just like that. So another base knock. There's right. As she sends it in left field.
And this ball hit well. In this case, the vacuums weren't on, and Nikki Gibson couldn't quite get to it. It was hit so sharply. Most of those hard-hit ground balls, Florida Gulf Coast has been able to get for outs.
As we'll see Madison here up to bat, flew out to right field. But things continuing here for the Lions. It's been a day filled with home runs. So Lions, they've got some really good hitters. Madison, another ball. See a lot of North Alabama fans up in the bleachers behind us. She hits this one down the line. It's going to go all the way to the wall, rolling there. Extra bases there, and a nice job as Madison sends it down the third base line for a double.
It's 2 hard ground balls in a row after that home run. Ball just squeaks by, maybe more of a line drive. Jenna Madison finding a hole in the infield just on the other side of Nikki Gibson. They've been doing such a great job in the infield, but some of these balls are just hit a little bit too hard, a little bit to the sides of these fielders, and they're not able to scoop them up.
There's Carly Moreland. Saw her pop up the first time she had a plate appearance tonight. Popped it up over to Thompson at second base. Moreland on the year, 18 hits, 14 runs. She'll have another 2-0 count. This is where she swung on in the first plate appearance. Moreland ready to rip it there, trying to bring in 1 or 2 runs.
It's another quality 2-0 hack from the freshman.
Taylor's pitch. All in the dirt here. Big time hitters count. Even if you get something deep, you can bring in a run. So you have an out to work with. Yeah, that's going to miss right there. So another walk. We started this inning with a walk to Wheeler. And it's been 4 straight Lions who have reached.
Number 2, Natalie Shaw.
And they'll keep going with Taylor. So here's Shaw. She'll send this one over to right field. This one deep over there for Williams. As there's no play at home, they're going to pad to this lead. The Lions now up by 3.
Natalie Shaw, textbook right there, bases loaded, trying to get another run across the board. She does just that, lifting that ball far enough. Kamari Williams tracks it easily, but with good base running, no chance at that play at home.
Now back to the top. As here's Given Hammonds. And the infield going to talk to Grace Taylor.
Maybe a conversation about first and third situation. If the runner attempts to go to second, what's the plan?
Well, that relationship, too, we've talked about a lot today, but between her and her head coach, previously they were together at Mercer.
A lot of confidence from Coach Fico and Grace Taylor, knowing that she's going to leave it all out there. She's gritty, she's tough, she wants the ball. We heard in the interview with Cicely, on our sideline reporter, that she wants the hard. She wants the challenges, and that's what she's getting right now.
Hammond's walk today sends this one over to short. It's for Riley as they'll get the ground ball out. So Taylor gets some backup there from her defense. But the Lions send up 8 batters. They get a 2-run shot again, this time from Rouse. And they get a run after that as Wright scores on the sac fly. They lead 5-2. We head to the 5th.
Welcome to the Atlantic Sun, where heart-pounding moments are born and where champions rise above, where speed defies limits and precision finds its mark, where millions of fans nationwide cheer for excellence, determination, and fairness, where public, private, and faith-based schools compete side by side, fostering sportsmanship and unity. From the beaches to the mountains, the Atlantic Sun is the destination.
Discover the heart of Southwest Florida. At Florida Gulf Coast University, you can experience live performances and inspiring exhibitions. Support your 15 NCAA Division I sports teams. Connect with world-class faculty and engage in innovative research, making a difference in Southwest Florida and beyond. Only one place has it all. Discover your university.
When Leo gets away, his first choice is always Renaissance Shoals Resort and Spa in beautiful Northwest Alabama. He loves the resort's fresh new look, carefully curated to honor the Shoals' legendary music heritage. Renaissance Shoals is where Leo relaxes, recharges, and takes it all in. After a little spa and pool time, Leo enjoys a decadent dinner high above it all in Alabama's only rotating restaurant, 360 Grill. After dinner, Leo tops off the evening with live music at Swampers Bar and Grill. Renaissance Shoals Resort and Spa, North Alabama's premier destination. Roar Lions!
As we are back, as we've seen a lot of purple in the stands here today, and it's been a fun game. Right now, the Lions really in charge. They lead 5-2 in this 3 versus 5 matchup. Simon has really been a generator, I feel like, of this energy.
She's been so steady, so solid in the circle. Besides the couple runs in the second inning, she's done such a good job of keeping Florida Gulf Coast at bay.
The Eagles, there's Oli Black. Last time we saw her, it was in the second inning. She had that 2-run extra base hit, but then was thrown out. A tight play over at third. Third pitch here, and Black, strike 2.
Yeah, you think of that out at third and then the out at home. Last inning, those plays were pretty close, and so it's like, do you send in that situation? Do you hold them up and hope for another out?
As here's at second as Black gets retired there, and Dover is so good as a second baseman. And we'll head back to the top. It's going to be Kamari Williams. It's Williams today 0 for 2 in this one against North Alabama. Williams, a first pitch strike. As Simon, we saw in that fourth inning, she gave up a couple of singles, one to Wiley, the other to Gibson. That second one glancing off her leg.
Simon working ahead again. Throws a nice screwball for strike one and then goes on the inside part of the plate again. Gets Williams to foul it off, and now she's up 0-2, just like in the at-bat that Kamari had in the third.
Simon, an 11-4 record. ERA, after that earlier game against North Florida, she gave up no runs, 3 hits, a strikeout in that 3 1/3. ERA at 2.91 on the year. There's a 1-2 pitch, and there's Williams, goes down swinging, her second strikeout today.
Seemed like a really similar pitch sequence to what
Now batting number 23,
Simon did.
Aaron
This drop ball, or that's a low screwball on the inside part of the plate. Very similar to the third inning when Kamari Williams isn't able to get a piece of it, and Simon gets another strikeout.
Now here's Wiggs. Gonna lay down the bunt, try and get something going. She's 0 for 2 in this game with 1 strikeout. Had the bunt single in the 5th in the earlier game against Jacksonville. That was when she and Williams went back-to-back bunt singles. A close one there. It's tough to get the body language read from Simon. I feel like she's wearing so much facial gear.
Yeah, it's hard to see past the glitter.
It is.
See in between there to see if we can see a smile or a grimace.
As this one Wiggs. It'll stay in the park and out there for Hammonds. And the Lions fans, they are very thrilled out in the bleachers as 61 catches that. Still 5-2 and quick work for Simon in North Alabama. New pitcher, and we'll see for the Eagles as we become pretty used to this young lady. Made the All-ASUN freshman team, and Julia Bakulis here will come on in. We saw her yesterday. That screwball was working really well for her. Pitch great against Austin Peay, and she takes over for Grace Taylor.
Grace Taylor did a good job, but I think Florida Gulf Coast just sensed that she was, had been seen several times and wanted to switch it up. Julia Bakulis has had a great tournament so far. Seeing if she can hold North Alabama just to this 5-run spot and give Florida Gulf Coast a chance to come back.
Bakulis, we saw earlier today, an inning and a third, gave up 4 hits and 4 runs. If you can get her looking like she was yesterday, where she was the player of the game and just was tremendous. But she's got Dover. That one close. It looked like it went off the bat. Let's see this again.
Yep.
Off the glove.
Yeah, I see it off of Driver's glove, trying to react to that ball out of the zone, not where she asked for it.
We saw Dover first at bat tonight, that line drive home run, a 2-run shot, as it gave the Lions an early lead. There's Bakulis. That one fought off for 2-2.
That's that screwball that she was able to pinpoint yesterday against Eastern Kentucky. Her changeup is really what makes her so effective. It kind of falls off the table. It's a different speed. She hides it well. That's the pitch, but that's too high. It's hard to tell if Dover didn't swing because she thought it was out of the zone or because she was frozen.
Here's 3-2. Payoff incoming. For Dover, a swing and a miss as Bakulis looking like she did against Austin Peay in that complete game 2-hitter.
Bakulis comes in. First batter she faces, pulls the string. This changeup, exactly where she wanted it. Dover couldn't read it out of the hand. No chance at contact.
Now it's Wheeler. We'll see here. Swings on the first pitch, attacking right away. For the infield, as there's Wiley. Do you try and be that aggressive? I know you're up by 3, but
Holly Merritt.
I think it goes hitter to hitter. You know, some hitters do a better job early in the count. Yeah, I don't know that there's a clear answer to that one. But if it happens a lot, I would say no. But a quality at bat from Dover, and she just got fooled on the changeup. Wheeler saw something she liked and just mishit it. But I think if Bakulis is able to create a lot of those easy pop-ups, then I think that's when you change your approach.
is that one kind of close right there for Holly Merritt.
Well, sometimes it's harder for an umpire to see where the ball goes when the pitcher misses her spot. And in that situation, Drivers was set up outside. The pitch came over the inside part of the plate. And so the way that she moved to go get it can be a little distracting and harder to track. And I think that's what happened on that pitch. And it's nobody's fault, right? I mean, Bakulis didn't throw it where Drivers was set up. It's still a strike, and you want umpires to be able to see it. See a strike be a strike no matter where the catcher's set up.
There's a 3-0 on a take, and there's a strike for Merritt. And this one, she's 0 for 2, one ground out, one fly out.
As a catcher and as a catching coach, when you have a pitcher who can be a little bit wild or misses spots with certain pitches, I always encourage my catchers to not set up so far one way or the other so that they can frame a pitch well.
As this one, another short hop, takes it there tight. But again, that defense showing up as Wiley, another phenomenal play. And a 1-2-3 inning for Julia Bakulis. Gets a strikeout against Dover to start. Big time coming in place of Grace Taylor. Gets a K to start. And the fly out there, a little one for Wheeler to short. And then Wiley, once again, the tires Merritt. Here's some of the situational hitting in this one as we see North Alabama and FGCU, some of their leadoff batters, runners on, runners in scoring position, and then with 2 outs. But it has been really tight in this 5-2. You talked about it with some of those challenges, and a great matchup here tonight.
Yeah, a lot of runs for North Alabama, really from those 2 home runs. That's 4 of the runs right there.
And attacking there is Bresley Smith, and she flies out 1 pitch and out to center as it goes to Hammonds and 61. That's not going to get much easier for her. She had the fly out for Wiggs.
Well hit ball by Smith, just right at Hammonds.
Now it's Wiley. Leadoff single to start the 4th. Could really use her right now.
And if I'm Coach Fico, this is what I want. Down by 3, middle of my lineup, my seniors, they get a chance to try to get this game closer, make something happen. I mean, if anyone's going to do it, it's some of these seniors.
Cleanup batter and Wiley. 1 for 2. Here's Simon's pitch. Foul back. Both teams with 4 hits each, but the big thing has been for North Alabama the 2 home runs tonight. 4 runs brought in off those 2 shots. Simon a ball.
That's a pitch that Wiley has been swinging at in her first 2 at-bats against Simon. That low inside pitch. Looks like her screwball that she's able to spot low, and she fouls it really far, but foul. It's a great take by her.
As this one jumping up, a tough one there for Dover. And it's over to right field for a base knock, and Wiley a pair of hits in this one.
Wiley looking solid at the plate. Able to get a base runner on, get a little offensive momentum. Here we go again. She's able to stay through the pitch just over the outreach glove of Dover at second, who's made pretty much every play. She's had a chance.
Just a game of inches, but Wiley, you asked for the hit, she delivered for you.
Now batting number 28, Deepka Drivers.
Here's Drivers, had one of the harder hit balls other than the home runs in this game. Leadoff single in the 2nd. Smacked it to left field. And now behind 0-2. Sack bunt last time we saw her in the 4th. She's able to move Wiley to second. There's Drivers. Swing on this one, foul.
Drivers spoils that off-speed pitch by Simon. Quality spot, low in the zone. Drivers off balance, but still able to kind of poke it foul.
1-2 strikes facing Simon. The 3rd matchup tonight.
Drivers had more confidence that that was going to be called a ball than I did. That outside part, the plate.
And strikes are out there. So Simon, you hinted at it, maybe a little foreshadowing.
Yeah, and that pitch was more over the plate. It was a good pitch for Drivers to swing at. Great spot. I think that's going to be called a strike, whether or not Drivers swings at it. Clutch pitch right there by Simon.
She just keeps the foot on the pedal, if you will. Here's Gibson. Nikki Gibson. A walk to start the game. That was in the 2nd, right after Drivers' single. She had the single off the leg of the starting pitcher, Simon, and stole a base. I feel like the strike calls have gotten louder, too.
Simon working ahead again, 0-2. Nice block behind the plate by Shaw. Keeping her glove right between those knees, making sure her upper body is kind of hunched over in case that ball pops up. She'll keep it close.
Gibson. High fly ball foul. It's probably going to be over towards pickleball.
Do you play pickleball?
I do not. I have played. I prefer tennis. Even table tennis. As this one on the ground, over to short. As there's Madison. This one is going to be wide there of Merritt. And so caught in a little rundown and making the tag there as Dover is able to recover a huge play there by number 6, all ace on first team, and she gets a big hug. The throw is wide, and Gibson trying to make it a second. Dover just too quick.
Welcome to the Atlantic Sun, where heart-pounding moments are born and where champions rise above, where speed defies limits and precision finds its mark, where millions of fans nationwide cheer for excellence, determination, and fairness, where public, private, and faith-based schools compete side by side, fostering sportsmanship and unity. From the beaches to the mountains, the Atlantic Sun is the destination.
Discover the heart of Southwest Florida. At Florida Gulf Coast University, you can experience live performances and inspiring exhibitions. Support your 15 NCAA Division I sports teams. Connect with world-class faculty and engage in innovative research, making a difference in Southwest Florida and beyond. Only one place has it all. Discover your university.
The world is growing. How will you grow yours? At the University of North Alabama, we're dedicated to partnering with you in your journey to discover your passion and your potential and put it all into practice. Voted the best small college town in America by USA Today, downtown Florence is home to our beautiful campus, bursting with opportunities to help you find
We've got Grant Melgard making these graphics for us tonight. Weather in Jacksonville at 77, feels like 76. You leave the windows open. A nice little breeze. Humidity not bad either. Usually it's like 95.
Bailey Rouse.
Does it feel this good outside of Atlanta?
It's a little chillier in Atlanta these days. Sometimes in the 50s at night.
Oh, I like that. Bring out a little jacket.
Just depends on the week. Some weeks it's in the 80s, some weeks it's in the 60s. This time of year, you just never know what you're going to get.
There's Bailey Rouse. Last time we saw her, it was a 2-run home run. Now she was facing a different pitcher. Now it's Bakulis.
And I think that was probably part of the change for Florida Gulf Coast is you're having Grace Taylor pitch to 2 different hitters that had already hit home runs off of her. So switch it up, let the freshman deal a little bit in the circle.
Count 2-1. Rouse 1 for 2 in this game. But really, any of these Lions, it's tough to pitch around any single one of the top 6. Bakulis went 1 through 3 in the 5th, though. Hitters count. Rouse really digging in, tossing back some clay with those kicks. She was ready for another home run. That whole stance and approach.
Yeah, 3-1. It's a huge hack. Trying to see if she can get another home run on the day.
Payoff pitch. Bailey Rouse.
You know, when a hitter is hitting well, people will use the expression that the ball looks like a beach ball. So I feel like the intensity and the mannerisms of Bailey Rouse and the way that she's crushed 2 home runs today, I wonder if she's seeing the ball well like that.
Another payoff pitch, and she'll go down swinging. And Bakulis uses her energy, and you could see that 1v1 matchup. Very intense.
Bakulis working this screwball up in the zone. Not the angles that Bailey Rouse saw in the other pitches from Bakulis. Changes the plane and gets the strikeout.
So 2 really good players and the Atlantic Sun going head-to-head to start this 6th frame with the Lions batting. This is right. Single and a run score came in the 4th inning for her. It's been 2 innings of crooked numbers for North Alabama tonight. 2 in the 1st and 3 in the 4th. Emma Kate Wright. I talked about it yesterday, but I feel like Julia Bakulis, she's high ceiling. You see her as a player that every year has the ability to get better, and she's just in her 1st. As this one a slow roller there, it's going to be Thompson, but you've got the speed there right. That one for an infield single, I mean, that one just took its time to get even close to the grass.
Bakulis definitely showing a lot of potential, especially their outing yesterday, doing things that freshmen don't always do. She had a little bit of a rough start in game 1, but the way she's come in here and pitched some really good pitches in good spots, some tough counts, and even that hit right there, I mean, it wasn't a barreled ball. It was just the right spot.
And we'll see right here, it's going to be Katie Davis as the pinch runner. So 0-0 now over at first base. It's Madison. She'll swing and miss. 1 for 2 in this game. A double came for her in that 4th inning. Flew out her first time up in the 2nd. Madison, swing and miss, and you can tell right now Bakulis really feeling pretty good. Right, gets the infield single, but still juiced about that strikeout to start the frame.
This is a scenario where I would consider throwing yet another changeup.
As this one, it's going to be through the legs of Driver. And so Davis, with that, she's going to end up at second base. Lions looking for some insurance runs.
That ball just skipped away. Driver's trying to read the hop instead of keeping her glove and body down. Ball gets through the wickets. Allows Davis to get into scoring position.
Her 1-2 pitch, and Julia Bakulis right now just in her own world. She has retired 5 of the 6 that she's faced.
And 4 pitches there to Madison. All 4 of them are changeups. So just really seeing how far out in front Madison is, not able to make an adjustment and pick up the ball out of Julia's hand.
I think that was the first time that any of the Lions hitters have held off there. Moreland 1 and 2.
That was a great pitch again. That's 5 changeups in a row.
Moreland, her last time, it was a walk. That was against Taylor, though. Because the Eagles are going to come down to their final outs pretty soon. For them, they'll have batters 7 through 9. And Moreland just going to take it there. A little more velo from Bakulis. Bakulis here, ducks, and that one into center field. It goes off the glove out in center of Black. And Davis is going to score, add to that lead. Lions now have 6.
Moreland taking this off-speed pitch right back up the middle. Bakulis almost gets a glove on it, and I think if Black's able to field that cleanly, there's a play at home plate, but she tips it off her glove. Davis, the pinch runner, able to score on the base hit from Moreland.
And for Oli Black, that is her first career error.
Wow.
So they'll rule it. I have it down as a hit for Moreland plus the error on the fielding play. This is Natalie Shaw, batter 9 in this order for the Lions, looking to advance. And she'll send this one into center field, makes good contact right there. It's first and second for North Alabama, as they don't want the night to end.
Bakulis used her changeup quite a bit. Hitters are starting to time it up. This ball just too far over the plate. These hitters are too good to let those pitches go by without barreling it up.
So now 3 of the last 4 with base knocks.
Number 27, Claire Wright.
We're going to see a pinch runner is right. Number 27 comes in.
Florida Gulf Coast has done a good job of keeping Gibbon Hammonds pretty quiet today so far. See if they can continue that here in her 4th at bat of the night.
So 2 outs with 2 on for North Alabama. And this is going to be Hammonds here, the leadoff batter. 0 for 2 with a walk. It's wild, looking at it. Hasn't had her best game, a walk and a run. But when others can produce around you, gosh, it helps so much.
It's a team effort for sure. You see lots of productivity all the way through the lineup.
And we'll see. Meeting here to talk to Hammonds. The last 2 times up, flew out to center, ground ball to shortstop. And this is the last batter to see Bakulis for the first time. Lions fans have to be thrilled. Up by 4 here. Trying to pad this some more. And 0-2, well off the plate. Good job by Drivers. As this one popped up and no chance on it.
And I'm thinking perhaps that conversation that Hammonds had with the first base coach was maybe stand in and hit, because with that changeup, the combination of changeup and slap is sometimes pretty tricky.
Hammonds. Does a good job of staying away. Talked about it for Gibbons. She's been on base in 49 of 51 games this year. Facing Bakulis. For the pitch is a ball.
You've got a full count. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. That means everybody's running on the pitch.
She's had a pair of 3-2 counts. Both have been strikeouts. Bakulis. And a ball there. Even Julia Bakulis is unsure.
I don't know where that one missed, Richard. It's tough. I know change-ups, they can change, the height a little bit. Maybe that looked like it was too high. Hammonds got down a little bit to exaggerate how high it was.
I think Hammonds helped sell that. I think you're right with that body movement. So here's Dover. 0 for 2 since that 2-run home run back in the first, but gosh, it got North Alabama so much confidence tonight. As this one slicing and past Thompson at second base. And with that, 2 are going to score from North Alabama. And another 2-run base knock, and Dover having an excellent game.
Dover took advantage of a pitch over the plate. Peppers it right through the right side with 2 outs. Moreland's able to score from second.
As the North Alabama fans really, really happy. I mean, this is going to help you out too. You're going to move on to potentially playing that 8th game of the tournament at 5 p.m. tomorrow. Let's see another look. Here's a replay.
Oh, just past the outreach glove of Allie Thompson. Like we've talked about, it's a game of inches. It's almost the 3rd out there, but instead 2 more runs for North Alabama to extend their lead to 6.
Now batting number 17, Laura Lee Wheeler.
We saw that one that almost Bakulis went up to block herself, went right up the middle for a single. And we'll see Wheeler again. As we've got ourselves a pickle, and with that, North Alabama gets a little shifty, and Hammond scores another run. It's now 9-2.
That 1st and 3rd situation, it looked like Sophie Wiley kind of forgot about that runner at 3rd as she was getting in the rundown, and really the runner at 3rd was not trying to go home until she realized there was no attempt, and here we have another stolen base.
Oh, Dover takes second. And I'd really say now this is the team that I have seen. This is the Lions team that I've seen on ESPN Plus before. Here's Wheeler. Foul ball.
Well, and now you're a base hit away potentially from a run rule situation. This game has turned a little bit sideways here in the 6th.
Bakulis, as this one's going to trot for a base hit in front of Black, coming on home, but safe. And another run plated. Dover right there, and it's a walk-off. Impressive for North Alabama, a final as they win 10-2. They advance to play tomorrow at 5 p.m. And I will point it out, I don't know, that yell I feel like from Bakulis after the strikeout maybe energized. She struck out Rouse, but everybody since then, Wright and everybody else, they were super dialed in.
Yeah, the rest of those hitters after Rouse really dialed in. I mean, hit after hit. We talk about hitting being contagious, And North Alabama showed that to a T. That's a tough way for Florida Gulf Coast to end the game. A walk-off, run rule. A hard-fought game. I think you look at the box score, you see it's lopsided, and it felt lopsided. It felt like a totally different game the first 3 or 4 innings, those last 2 innings.
That it did. Tough for an FGCU team that fought really hard and got a great win against Austin Peay. And they fall in this one, and they are eliminated as North Alabama, they'll put the sticker on the board. And the Lions will move on. We'll see them again tomorrow for that 5 o'clock game. And they'll get photos and everything, but the starting pitcher was electric. She put this team on her back. Yes, the hitting came through, but she set the tone.
Yeah, Simon kept North Alabama in this game from the very beginning. They went up 2-0, then Florida Gulf Coast tied it, and then it was a tough game there for several innings, and just a battle on the mound there for Simon. Just a really impressive after the loss earlier today.
And we've got Katie Simon. She's our player of the game. Take it away, Cecily.
Congratulations on the win, Katie. What a performance for you out there on the mound. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling pretty awesome. That was great. That was great.
And how did you keep your composure and your consistency out there today?
I just knew that it's do or die, and I knew that we had it, and we tried to keep showing up.
And a momentum shift for you guys in this game. How do you guys build on that going into tomorrow?
We know we're capable. We know we can do it, so just build off of that, and we know we can win this thing.
Thank you, Katie. Congrats.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Great job, Cecily Webb there. So Katie Simon, look at those numbers. 6 strikeouts, gives up 5 hits, a couple of runs, but for the day, she pitched 9 1/3 over those 2 games. As Coach Cozart talks to them, they'll play in the late game tomorrow, and they knock out FGCU. That's a scary team right now. As we'll take a look at the bracket, another 3-game day tomorrow. As our 3rd game here, North Alabama wins by 8 in run rule fashion. FGCU, their season comes to an end. Tomorrow, though, we'll have a big one. 1 versus 3 at the top, Sugar Bears and Dolphins. And then we'll see 2 versus 7. North Florida still with the chance, but Stetson has looked great against them all season long. A loaded day tomorrow for day 3 of the ASUN Softball Championship week. Great work from the entire crew today. Thank you so much. It was a long one. Always much appreciated. Our sideline reporter, Cecily Webb. So, for Christina Wyatt, I'm Richard Miller saying so long from the UNF Softball Complex as North Alabama gets a run rule win here in this one, 10-2 over the Eagles of FGCU. All games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.